Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to the EURES Webinar 2025 Insights into the EU Labor Markets. This is going to be the episode about Eastern Europe. This follows the first episode that was about Southern Europe, and we will see some interesting insights into the EU labor market of these countries. Today with us, we have six representatives from seven actually representatives from 6 member states. In order, we will have from Latvia Renate Predele, from Lithuania Loreta Zdaniauskiene, from Estonia Marko Dobrosman, from Slovakia Maria Fabianova, from Slovenia Marko Mochnik, and from Romania Dana Radu and George Bumbeneci. So I will just explain a few instructions to follow this webinar at best. Every speaker will have around 10 minutes to show their presentations, and you will be able from home to comment and ask questions directly to them. You just need to write into the comment section here on YouTube, or you can also use the link that I just pasted in the comments. If you're not able to comment on YouTube, you can just click on that link and ask questions directly from there, and I will read this question to the speaker. So after every presentation, there is going to be a couple of minutes of Q&A directly to the speaker. And after we finish all the presentations, we will have a short coffee break. And then there is going to be a last moderated discussion, an interesting discussion also about some aspects and characteristics of the labor markets in Eastern Europe. This short moderated discussion is going to be last around 30 minutes, and after that there is going to be a final Q&A. So if you have questions to the speakers, you can just type them again in the comment section or in the link on Slido, and I will redirect this question to the speakers. So without further ado, I think we can start with the first presentation, who is going to be from Latvia. So I ask Renate to share her screen and switch on her microphone, and you will hear more from the labor market from Latvia. All right, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I hope you see my presentation in full screen now. Yeah? Okay. Thank you, Gian Claudio. As already Gian Claudio introduced, my name is Renate Predele, and for over a year, I have been working as EURES advisor in State Employment Agency of Latvia. And today I'm going to be the first one to share an insight into the labor market of this beautiful Eastern European country called Latvia. Some facts about Latvia. At the beginning of this year, the population was almost 1,857,000 permanent residents. The capital city and also the biggest city of Latvia is Riga. Latvia has been a member of European Union and also part of EURES network since 2004. The main ethnicity are Latvians. However, there is a big Russian minority in Latvia, around 25% of all inhabitants, and also significant minorities of Ukrainians and Belarusians living in Latvia. The most spoken and also the official language is Latvian. However, there are also foreign languages used here, and the most popular ones are English, Russian, and German. This year, the minimal salary is increased. It's 750 euros, while the average salary of last year, of 2024, is 1,685 euros. Employment rate in the second quarter of this year was 64.9%. The unemployment persons are slowly but steadily decreasing year by year, and the registered unemployment rate at the beginning of this week in October 20 was 4.7%. As you can see on the map, the lowest unemployment is in the capital city, where it is 3.7%, while the highest unemployment is on the eastern southern part of Latvia in Latgale region, where it is 9.7%. So from this map, you can conclude that there are regional imbalances. More than half of the vacancies and job offerings are in Riga and its surrounding area, less in the urban centers of the regions, and very few in the rural areas. Here's the information about some tendencies at the labor market. The population numbers in Latvia have been decreasing for a longer time. During the last 25 years, starting from 2000 up until 2025, the decline was almost 525,000 people. So because of this emigration, the aging population, and low birth rates, there is this labor and skill shortages in Latvia. So it's one of the challenges that we are facing in our labor market. Because of digitalization, artificial intelligence, and automation transforming business operations, there is a growing demand for programmers, data analysts, and cybersecurity specialists, and also for environmental engineers, sustainability managers, and also specialists in renewable energy. There is also a demand for skilled professionals in sectors like engineering, healthcare, management, and there's a tendency that companies by themselves are investing in trainings of employees to overcome their skill shortages. Also, State Employment Agency of Latvia is providing different and various trainings, also a possibility to gain a new profession for a job seeker to better adapt and be part of the labor market. The sectors with most labor shortage are construction, manufacturing, transport and logistics, ICT, administrative and also support services, and engineering. And as I have highlighted in this slide, the professions with labor shortage are teachers, soldiers and sailors in the Navy, heavy truck and tractor drivers, welders, locksmiths, electrical fitters, concrete workers, construction workers, and seasonal workers and laborers. So basically, it's the middle skilled and also low skilled professions that have a labor shortage at the labor market of Latvia at this moment. However, the professions with labor surplus are cooks, cooks assistants, kitchen workers, factory workers, caregivers, preschool teachers, project managers, and also other professions. Because of the labor shortage, there is a growing tendency that employers hire third country workforce, mostly from Uzbekistan, India, and Pakistan. Remote job also becomes more and more popular in Latvia year by year. In the second quarter of this year, of 2025, almost 13% of employees were working remotely. That is higher than before. And the most demanding remote jobs are in ICT sector, financial, and also insurance sector. In this chart, you can see information about migration in Latvia since 1990, when Latvia regained its independence from Soviet Union, up until 2024. The blue line indicates the emigration, so those who are leaving Latvia, and the orange line indicates immigration, those who are coming to Latvia. So basically, migration balance have been negative since regaining independence, except in 2021, when immigration, and immigration was on the same level, and in 2022, when immigration was much higher than immigration. I'm sorry. The destination countries have been United Kingdom. It was before Brexit. It's also a country where the biggest diaspora is located. Also Ireland, Germany, the Netherlands, Norway, and also in the recent years, Spain. And as I mentioned in my previous slide, there is a growing tendency of employers hiring third country nationals from Ukraine, India, Pakistan, and Uzbekistan. Yes. And about the return mobility, cooperation with and support for Latvian diaspora is an important area of state policy, and one of the most significant areas of activity of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Also, EURES Latvia supports return mobility by different activities. We organize annual online job days, Job and Career in Latvia, since 2019. And we see it as a great opportunity to reach diaspora, to inform them about the labor market situation in Latvia, to inform about the competitive vacancies in Latvia. We also organize annual online seminars, wanting to return to Latvia with what to start. We share information about the labor market situation, about the procedures they need to do before leaving the country and after returning to Latvia, and we answer to different questions. We also organize online broadcasts about different topics that are useful for diaspora and returnees. We cooperate both on site and online with diaspora. We attend different kind of events, also festivals, and we create, and every month we send out a newsletter about competitive job offers in Latvia, about business environment and investment opportunities, about available support when returning back to Latvia, and also we add information of inspiring returnee experiences. So this is a newsletter that EURES team makes every month and sends out to returnees. Moreover, there are regional remigration coordinators in Latvia. It's a network made by Ministry of Smart Administration and Regional Development. And these are the coordinators that work more with the municipalities, and they make personalized offers in accordance with the interests and needs of returnees. Besides that, the Ministry of Smart Administration and Regional Development, they also in cooperation with municipalities, offer business support for returnees, and or also financial support for those Latvian employers who make a position for a returnee that has returned to Latvia from another EU country. This is about it. Thank you for your attention. I hope you gained and got to know something new about Latvia and its labor market. Maybe you have some questions, please. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Loreta Zdanauskene, and today I will present you labor market situation in my country. So first of all, some basic facts about Lithuania. Lithuania is a parliamentary republic with a population approximately 2.9 million. Our capital city is Vilnius. We speak and our official language is Lithuanian. Euro as a currency we have since 2015. And there is minimum monthly salary and minimum hourly rate set by our government. So currently minimum monthly salary is 1,038 euro per month, and the minimum hourly rate is 6.35 euro per hour. For the first quarter of this year, average salary in Lithuania was 2,337 euro. The unemployment rate for the 1st of October was 8.3%, and about 150,000 registered unemployed. And despite the fact that we are a small country, there are regional differences in unemployment rate. So the highest unemployment rate was 11.6% in the eastern part of Lithuania, and the lowest was in the western part of Lithuania with unemployment rate 1.8%. So that's because of different local economies. Some regions have better developed industry and service sectors, and other has less job opportunities due to economic factors. How do we look in Europe? These are data for July 2025. The unemployment rate in Lithuania was 7.1, and EU average was 5.9%. Currently, there are more than 1.5 million people that are active on our labor market, and according to the data 2023, 73.2% were employed in Lithuania, and that's 2.8 percentage points higher than EU average. And there is a goal for Lithuania that at least 80.7% should have a job by 2030. Over the past 3 years, there has been continuous growth in job vacancies such as social work and counseling professionals, secondary education teachers, database designers and administrators, and also for elementary occupations such as fast food preparers, kitchen helpers, and garbage collectors. Demographic changes go together with a growing demand for healthcare and social services. And over the past 5 years, there has been an increase in employment in the professions such as medical doctors, dentists, pharmacists, physiotherapists, healthcare assistants, psychologists, personal care workers, special need teachers, and social workers. If we take a look at the job vacancies that were advertised in 2024, so we had the highest shortage for plant and machine operators, for building and related trade workers, excluding electricians, and for food processing, woodworking, and other craft-related workers. And the highest surplus was for business and administration associate professionals, for laborers in mining, construction, manufacturing, and transport, and for legal, social, cultural, and related professionals. Demographic changes, including aging population and emigration, have resulted in a shrinking workforce. And to address these challenges, Lithuania is focusing on education and skills development, on attracting and retaining talents from abroad as well as returnees, and focusing on innovation and entrepreneurship. Foreigners are the group that fill in our vacancies on demand. So currently, foreigners make up 7.5% of Lithuania's population, and that's more than twice more than it was in 2022, because in 2022 we had only 3.6% foreigners living and working in Lithuania, and currently we have nearly 220,000 foreigners. The largest group is Ukrainians and arrivals from Belarus, but the number of job seekers from the Central Asia is increasing, including such countries as Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan. Most of the foreigners work in transport, construction, manufacturing, IT, accommodation and food services. They work as lorry and truck drivers, as mainly for international routes. They work as welders, cooks, butchers, bricklayers, concrete and metal workers. And when we talk about skilled jobs, they work as sales managers, software developers, and in the logistics sector. Returnees is another group that fill in our vacancies. So almost 19,000 citizens of Lithuania returned to country last year. And according to our state data agency, for the 5th year in a row, the number of citizens that return to Lithuania is higher than those who are leaving. And the most common return migration countries are United Kingdom, Norway, Ireland, Germany, Sweden, Netherlands, and Denmark. Study that was conducted by our employment service in 2023 showed that more than half of Lithuanians that are residing abroad would like to return to live to Lithuania. And for my last slide, I would like to introduce you with the sectors that are fast developing sectors, that are priority sectors, and these are renewable energy, offshore wind, life science and biotechnologies, ICT, laser and fintech, as well as other sectors, agri-food, defense and security, transport and logistics. So these sectors can offer many opportunities for job seekers and for companies. And the country has 3 business hubs in the main cities, in Vilnius, Kaunas, and Klaipėda. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Loreta. Thank you for your contribution. So again, I ask the audience from YouTube if they want to ask any question to you. They can comment in the comment section or on Slido, the link that I just pasted in the comments. So let's wait just a few seconds. So as there is a little delay from YouTube. Of course, there is going to be again time to ask questions also later. I didn't see any question from home, so we can now continue with the next presentation. So thank you very much, Loreta. And we will continue with Marko Dobrosman from Estonia. Marko, over to you.
Thank you, Gianklaudio. Hello to everyone. Just one moment, I will share my screen. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here today. And my name is Marko. I'm the EURES advisor from Estonia, from Tallinn, the capital of the country, working with EURES 3.5 years, working both with employers and with the job seekers. And EURES in Estonia is the part of Unemployment Insurance Fund of Estonia. So today I will tell you about the labor market in Estonia. First of all, a short overview of the unemployment rate in the country. The registered unemployment rate is 6.1%, which means 43,000, a little bit more than 43,000 registered unemployed people. The highest rate is in Ida-Virumaa region, which is near the Russian border, and it's 10.5%. And the lowest is on the Hiiumaa island, which is 3.5%. Here you can see also a source with open information available to everyone, where you can check daily statistics about the unemployment rate. It's updated every day. Now I'll introduce our labor demand barometer and explain what the shortages and surpluses we have in Estonia. So here you can see our main shortages, such as language teachers, pharmacists, bus and tram drivers, dentists, and others. And in the top right corner, you can also see the link from the Estonian Unemployment Insurance Fund, providing open information to everyone. It's accessible. Who would like to see the labor demand barometer data, which is updated twice a year in April and in October, so the new information will be soon this month. And here are some professions with a large labor shortage. Mostly they are from the education and healthcare sectors, as you can see. And if we talk about the surpluses, job positions from which fields are having surpluses, these are people looking for jobs as an accountants, journalists, data entry clerks, office clerks, marketing managers, graphic designers, and others. And often these people also ask help from EURES, as they have difficulties finding a job in Estonia and are looking for opportunities in other European countries. And if we talk about the recruitment challenges, here are some top 5 recruitment challenges in Estonia and some possible solutions. What can we do? Yes, as a small country, Estonia have a shortage in skilled labor, for example, like ICT, construction, healthcare, and manufacturing. And possible solution could be maybe to invest in vocational education and targeted training programs, simplify hiring of foreign experts. Also, many people apply for jobs without real interest, so they're just clicking on different vacancies. Maybe they're even not so interested in this job. We could improve pre-screening and career guidance services, encourage genuine applications through better job matching tools. High competition among the national employers to hire the qualified workers. We could focus on employee retention, flexible work arrangements, and continuous skills development. And skills mismatch between education and labor market needs. Enhance cooperation between employers, universities, and vocational schools. And last but not least, limited regional mobility to promote remote work opportunities and regional relocation incentives. And if we talk about Estonian mobility trends, here are some points, like 4 points I would like to introduce. Yes, increasing interest to move abroad. So more Estonians are moving abroad due to rising costs and higher taxes and for safety reasons. Also, small domestic labor market, limited career opportunities encourage workers to seek jobs abroad. Growing interest in Southern Europe, countries like Spain and Portugal are becoming more attractive for relocation, thanks to lower costs and a warmer climate. And low inflow of foreign workers from Europe compared to Western Europe, as Estonia competes with higher paying destinations. Here's some information about Estonia's population in recent years and in which countries there are more Estonian citizens. As we can see, leader is Finland. And here's a graph of Estonian mobility. The blue lines show people coming to Estonia and the pink ones show those who leave. Last year's 5,000 more people immigrated from Estonia than average over the past 10 years, although fewer Estonian citizens moved abroad in 2024 than in previous years. The share of Estonian citizens among all immigrants has decreased during the past 2 years. And if we talk about the services for the returnees in Estonia, the organization that provides services to returnees is Integration Foundation, which is an official partner of EURES Estonia. And here on the slide, you can see what services they offer. For example, it's information about the benefits, return support, Estonian language learning, and integration for family members of other nationalities. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. If you would like to contact EURES Estonia for additional information, you can see the email address on the screen. And if you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Marco. So this was the presentation from Estonia. So I'll again check if there is any question from YouTube or Slido. I'll give a few seconds as there is a little bit of delay. So again, I'll just remind you that you can comment using also the link pasted in the comment section. All right, so I don't see questions here on YouTube, so we can continue with the following presentation. So thank you, Marco. So we continue with Slovakia, and we have here Maria Fabianova to present the facts of Slovakian labor market. So over to you, Maria.
Hello, dear colleagues, dear EURES channel followers. My name is Maria Fabianova and I have been employed by EURES since 2004. And I am pleased to have the opportunity to share with you the most important information regarding labor market trends in Slovakia. The key point I would like to highlight is the administrative division of Slovakia, which significantly affect the monitoring of our labor market trends. Slovakia is divided into 8 regions and 79 districts. Each district has an Office of Labor, Social Affairs and Family, or one of its branch offices. These are managed by our ministry in cooperation with Central Office of Labor, Social Affairs and Family. In Slovakia, the relationships between the labor market and job seekers is strongly influenced also by current minimum wage and average wages. In 2025, the basic minimum wage in Slovakia is €816 per month, naturally on gross basis. The average wage for the second quarter of 2025 was €1,654 per month, naturally also on gross basis. To understand the development of our labor market in Slovakia, I will start with a few basic facts about population. The population of Slovakia is more than 5 million, and out of this total, around 3.6 million people are in the working age. According to the official statistics, 2,607,000 people are employed in traditional employment relationships. In practice, this means that 72% of working age population is actively employed. Recently, we have experienced significant employee turnover. On year-on-year basis, we are seeing the biggest decline in workforce within the education and health sector, as well as from the social assistance construction sectors. Conversely, we have seen slight increase in employment in the transport and storage sectors, as well in agricultural sectors. We must conclude that it is mainly skilled workers who are leaving our national labor market, but even so, Slovakia remains more of the sending country than the receiving one. One of the ways we are trying to address labor shortages in our labor market is by encouraging labor mobility through incoming migration. We have to take into account that the demonstrated also by outgoing versus incoming graphs, we are still sending out more workers than we are able to receive. According to the quarterly fixed data on short-term migration, approximately 120,000 workers are currently abroad. In Slovakia, more than 86,000 foreign workers are consistently registered in traditional employment relationships, including those from EU countries. According to the statistics, in order to meet year-on-year labor force requirement, we would need to recruit an average of 35,000 skilled workers from abroad. Our national database of registered job seekers also represent a potential workforce. A total of 165,230 job seekers are registered in Slovakia. This figure represents an average unemployment rate of 5.93%. As can be seen on color code map, there are districts where the unemployment rate ranges from 8 to 9%, and in some cases exceed 9%. The most severely affected areas are those marked in dark blue. The biggest challenge that Slovakia's labor market has to face is the shortage of qualified job seekers, and on the other hand, the lack of employers, especially certain regions where there is a need high manual workers with lower level of education. Just so you know, I am now going to show you the top employers in Slovakia and the sectors they are focused on. As can you see, up to 56% of top employers hire workers in the automotive sectors or as manufacturers of components for the automotive industry. The next slide presents data regarding the number of registered job vacancies and their overall structure. During the monitored period, we recorded 107,748 job vacancies in Slovakia. As can be seen from the graph, the structure of vacancies primarily reflect the requirements of manufacturing companies in the automotive and other industrial sectors. The highest demand is for skilled employees, particularly machine and equipment operators and assemblers. Our labor shortages and shortages have already been partially indicated also in previous slides. We can provide job seekers for the positions such as manufacturing laborers, freight handlers, or shift parlors. From a professional standpoint, We would primarily welcome these employees, for example, glass and ceramic plant operators, food and related product machine operators, and plastic product machine operators. We also need on ongoing basis heavy truck and lorry drivers and nursing professionals too. Something about the return mobility in Slovakia. The return mobility policy might be one way to address the national labor market needs. In Slovakia, we have a document titled as Attracting and Retaining Talents. This document also addresses the issues of return mobility, and our intention is to attract as many workers as possible to our labor market. The concept focuses on legislative changes, mainly in work permit procedures, as well as providing information to potential returnees and encouraging foreign students to study in Slovakia. As we can see, Slovakia is facing a range of labor market challenges caused by demographic, economic, and geopolitical factors. Based on what we have seen in the analysis, Slovakia will need about 250,000 additional workers by 2050. In the near future, we will have to pay attention to this issue and become more adaptable and flexible. The outlined challenges will require a strong focus on innovation and talent development. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Maria. Really interesting presentation. So again, I will check on YouTube in the comment section and on Slido if there is any question for you. I already noticed that there are some questions for other speakers that we will redirect at the end of all the presentations. So don't worry, everything will be answered. All right, just let's wait a few seconds more. In the meantime, I ask the next speaker, who is Marko Močnik, just to start preparing the presentation while we wait for some questions. All right, so no question here. So we will thank Maria for your presentation. So we will follow with Marko Močnik from Slovenia. Over to you, Marko.
Hello, my name is Marko. I would like to explain you some facts about Slovenian labor market. So first of all, something about the country. It's only 2 million people state between Austria, Italy, Adriatic coast, Croatia, and Hungary, and the minimum salary is something lower than 1,000 euros, and the average salary is more. It's around 1,600. We are devoted in only 2 cohesion regions because we are a very small country. As you can see on the graph, we are facing shortages, and the shortages are here because of very low unemployment rates. So we have one of the historically lowest unemployment rates since our independence. As you can see, it's according to labor force survey, only 2.9% of people are active people are unemployed, and that means that brings us to shortages in almost all sectors, like public sector, like healthcare, education, social care, and also in other like construction, hospitality, logistic, ICT sector, and some are connected with the problem of knowing Slovenian language, and the other are connected with shortage of people who wants to work this job. On the other side, there's also a problem that employers report about them, that means that the candidates have insufficient skills for the working place, or they just don't want to accept the working conditions like low payments and working hours and so on. So of course, if we go back, you can see that there's only a small share of surpluses, but they still exist, and you can see the list of some professions where the surpluses exist, and they are quite the same like in other European states. So I would like to talk about the current challenges, changes, and trends. According to so low unemployment, there is a huge labor demand, and public labor services trying to work with the remaining with those who remain unemployed. We are really focused on to lower the share of long-term unemployed people, and we would like to improve their qualifications to start work, but there are also personal barriers which we cannot pass easily. Another challenge is also aging population. It's the same like everywhere. The young generations are smaller and smaller, and even if they come to the labor market earlier, they cannot fulfill the lack of people needed to be employed. And according to this, we are trying to solve the problem with the growing share of foreign workers, which are trying to show that the percentage of foreign workers is rising up every year. The problem is with the regulated professions, like in which they need to know the Slovenian on very high level, like teachers, doctors, and so on. And also there's a somehow challenge with increasingly need of lifelong learning and education. Government is trying to improve the situation on labor market to fill the need of workers with the list of occupations for which you don't need to check the home labor market. You can easily employ the foreign workers. We also, the government will also put the relief for returnees, tax reliefs. I don't know, and the public employment service also established an info point for foreigners, which provide information for foreign workers, and is working on the focus to prevent abuses that happened earlier. We also create active events in third countries. Firstly, we were focused in the Balkan region, with which we shared some cultural and we share the same culture, and we were once in the same state. But nowadays we are also focusing in Asia, and nowadays even in South America. And we are creating events in which we are trying to explain people before they come to us what can they do in Slovenia, and what are their rights. So those events are created to prevent the abuses and to raise awareness of the people who will maybe come. So this, maybe I started with this subject. So the social activation is also very important point, because we are trying to reintegrate the long-term unemployed, as I said, and we are trying to extend our working period, not just by law to prolong the needed working age, but also to remove restrictions on pensioners' work, or to give them some benefits if people work longer. At the end, I would like to tell you about the return mobility. So there are new trends that I don't know, maybe I didn't expect yet. So the trend turned in the way that still more people immigrate, but also the trend is that immigration is rising up, so that still more the foreigners are coming, but Slovenians are leaving Slovenia, but the number of Slovenians who are coming back is somehow becoming on the balance the same number of people who are leaving are also coming back, and they're facing some problems. There is no problems if you come from European Union. There's no problem with social rights, with pensions, with health insurance, but there are problems with housing, with integration of children into school system, there are problems, but the government doesn't have a unified system for the returnees. And EURES is trying to inform the returnees about the situation and how to help them and how to cooperate. And we are also trying to cooperate with Slovenians abroad. There is also a special sector of people who are working abroad on daily basis, and they're probably, most of them are working in Austria, and they are going there and coming back, but when they achieve the material goals, they come back to Slovenia because of the value of social life, with the value of family life in Slovenia. So in conclusion, I would like just to focus three things: that we have the lowest unemployment, that we have a lot of shortages, and that we are trying to activate the all domestic potential, and that we are trying to aware the foreigners who are coming about the rights and to prevent all the abuses. Some surpluses are still existing, like in other countries, but it's not a lot. And the return mobility is in trend, and that those who are coming back are challenges, some problems, but EURES is trying to have an active role and help them when they come back. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Marco. Thank you for your contribution. So I'll encourage again the audience from YouTube, if they want to ask any question, they can do it on the chat or on Slido, which is the link in the second comment in the comment section. So we wait just a few seconds in order for everybody to ask question if they have. Of course, if you type in questions after the time has passed, don't worry, we will answer them in the final Q&A session. So I will ask to the last team, so the Romanian team, to get ready. So thank you very much, Marco, for your contribution. So we have now from Romania Dana Radu and George Bumbeneci. Okay, let's see the screen share. All right, so over to you.
Yes, thank you. So we are, Romania is a member state of the European Union since 2007, and we have the capital established in Bucharest. I will get to the point, to the subject of the presentation, and we have a brief description of the labor market in Romania. So the Romanian labor market is going through a critical period marked by rapid, fast changes and increasing pressures. The Romanian labor market is struggle between the aging of the active population, lack of investment in workforce development, and migration. The serious effects of an accelerated demographic decline on the continuing migration of young and skilled people abroad are strongly marking the labor market. The phenomenon of demographical decreases puts pressure on the pension system and the availability of labor in the next decade. So Romania's active population has decreased by approximately 3% in the last 5 years, and the birth rate continues to be one of the lowest in the European Union. So next slide, please. The next one. Thank you. Registered unemployment at national level. We have here some numbers. Civil employed population is around 7.7 million, according with National Institute of Statistics. In 2024, the unemployment rate of working age population was population between 20 and 64 years was around 70%, with it was under the European level. Romanian resident population to 1st January this year is a little bit over 19 millions. Now we have the registered unemployment rate according with National Agency for Employment with our database. So at the end of August this year, it was the unemployment rate. It was 3.2% registered. Number of registered unemployed person. We have more than 2,000 persons, out of which we have 53% of men, 47% of women, 73% from rural areas. Also, we have a percent of 40 on long-term adults unemployed. Next, please. Another brief description of the labor market in Romania. Last year, we had 40% of available jobs in the IT, manufacturing and services sectors remained unfilled to the lack of qualified candidates. It is necessary to develop retraining and upskilling programs throughout the working life. Given the aging population, the active integration of people over 50 years old into the labor market is essential. This emphasizes the urgent need for retraining on continuing professional training. Next slide, please. Here we have a situation of Ukrainian citizens' impact into Romanian labor market. Since 2022 until the end of September this year, the number of Ukrainian citizens registered to PES was 24,764. And most of the jobs that are filled by Ukrainian citizens are in sectors as hospitality, building sector, transportation. Most of these jobs are occupied by unskilled persons. We have, next slide, please. We have a statistic of working life. Of course, the level of European Union is 37.2. And in Romania, the duration of working life, according with statistics from last year, is 32.7. We have also a graphic and statistic of growth of retirement age since 1990. Since last year, 1st of September, we have a new legislation regarding retirement, and we have since last year we have the retirement age for both the males and females to 65. By 2030, because in the past in Romania it was a difference between the retirement age to female and male, and the difference it was around 5 years or more or less. Next slide, please. Here we have some graphics regarding registered unemployment at national level, and we have age groups, education levels, and employability. In this order, we can say that regarding to age groups, the main group is about 40 and 9 years old, and the percent is the largest one. We have 24.71%. Regarding education levels, we have the largest sector in secondary education with a percent of 33, around 34. And regarding employability, the main sector is around 41.28% regarding hard and hard occupability. Also, we have some statistic about difference between males and females salary and unemployment, and related with unemployment, we have some graphics, and we can see that the youngest females are more unemployment in the sector of unemployment, and related with 55 years, over 55 years, we can see that we have an equilibrium between male and female. Salary values. So in the economy, we have the lowest net wage in euros on clothes manufacturing and the hospitality industry. The lowest is 657. Also, the net salary value is in August 2025. Medium wage is 170.59, and the minimum wage is since January this year. The minimum wage in Romania is 506. Also, I can say that since last year, we have a rule in Romania that if an employee is developing the same activity to the same employer, the employer is obliged to raise the salary of the employee more than minimum wage at national level. So we can continue with shortages and surpluses, and now my colleague Georgia will present you till the end of the presentation of Romanian part.
Yeah. Okay. Hello again. My name is George. I'm an EURES advisor, like my colleague Dana here, and we both work for the National Employment Agency here in Bucharest. So I will continue the presentation with some information about shortages and surpluses on the Romanian labor market. So as you can see in this table, We have some numbers related with the level of employability and the number of unemployed registered persons. So as you can see, in the easy to hire level of employability is the lowest number, 9,831 unemployed registered persons, which is about 3.87%. Then we have medium, 93,605, which is about 36.89%. Hard, this is the highest number, 104,747 unemployed registered persons, which is about 41.28%, and of course very hard with a number of 45,548 unemployed registered persons. In addition to the 259,000 unemployed registered persons that they were in May this year, our country has, of course, a labor shortage, but we are facing also with hundreds of thousands of inactive people, the so-called needs category, people who are neither integrated into the workforce nor following a form of education or courses. Okay, move on. We have here top 10 shortages and surpluses at national level. So according to the National Employment Agency's database, on the first semester of 2025, the main shortages are for messengers, package deliverers and luggage porters, shop sales assistants, security guards, heavy truck and lorry drivers, car, taxi and van drivers, fast food preparers, cleaning and housekeeping supervisors in offices, hotels, and other establishments, building caretakers, and metal working machine tool setters and operators. We have also surpluses like mixed crop and livestock farm laborers, manufacturing laborers, in the building construction sector, freight handlers, civil engineering, field crop and vegetable growers, in the agricultural and industrial machinery, mechanics and repairers, shopkeepers, home-based personal care workers, and forestry laborers. Okay, move on. We have some recruitment challenges. The Romanian labor market proves the same challenges as the other member states from EU in the fields of both professions and sectors. Our labor market is facing a personal crisis, especially in sectors such as IT, construction, qualified workers, engineers, technicians, of course, health and care sector and agriculture. The number of third country nationals is in continuing growth on Romanian labor market. In order to fulfill these job vacancies. So, as I said before, the number of third country nationals is in continuing growth on Romanian labor market in order to fulfill many job vacancies. So Romania has been importing more and more workforce in the recent years, especially from Asia. And by the end of 2024, over 140,640 employees from outside the EU were registered as legally working in Romania, according to the information from the General Inspectorate for Immigration. The main industries in which they operate are production, with a number of 29,141 employees. In the construction sector, 28,538 employees. In trade, almost 20,000 persons. In the hospitality sector, 18,844 employees. And of course, in the administrative and support services, a number of 12,189 employees. Besides this, in this matter, although is being prepared regarding recruitment agencies for third country nationals that will facilitate the access to the Romanian labor market for these workers. So now we have some numbers regarding the work permits that were issued in our country for this year to the foreign citizens, and we have a total of 84,826 work permits, which is representing about 72% of the approved annual quota, which is about 100,000 working permits for third country nationals. We have also 84,125 work permits for permanent workers. The main countries of third nationals are Nepal, Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, but of course there are from the countries from far and Middle East, like Egypt, Pakistan, Syria, United Emirates, and so on. So in 2023, almost 30,000 people from Asia were working mostly in Bucharest and Ilfov County, where are the main employers. Okay, some mobility trends. Romania is in the top country. Sorry? Okay, I will hurry. Romania is in the top 20 countries globally in terms of population migration. We're facing a continuing migration of workforce, especially young and skilled people. 5.7 million Romanians are living abroad, and they are mainly settled in countries like Italy, Spain, Great Britain, or Germany. And they are working in sectors such as agriculture, sales, construction, and of course, medical or IT sectors. In the first semester of 2024, according to the Labor Inspectorate, 13,800 Romanian workers were placed abroad. As you can see, 31% in Germany, 19% in Austria, 13% in the Netherlands, and of course in other EU and non-EU countries. So Romania faces multiple demographic challenges, which will have a major impact on the labor market in the next decade because of the aging phenomenon. And we will have a triple number of active people aged over 65 years. So the trends are the country's population is aging, decreasing of young people on the labor market, the demand of highly qualified labor in growth. By 2030, the local labor market will need more than 600,000 people to fill highly skilled jobs in Romania. And sadly, 1% of the population aged between 25 and 64 participates in vocational training courses. A 10% increase in the share of the active population over the age of 60 reduces the GDP growth per capita by 5.5%. So in conclusion, there are fewer and fewer active young people to fill the vacancies. And I think this is the last slide. Yes, some numbers about the return mobility from the last years. So into 2023, we had a number of returnees of 4,642 Romanian citizens who came back from countries like Germany, Denmark, Austria, Switzerland, and Spain. Then in 2024, this number almost doubled to 691 returnees, and this from the beginning of this year until the end of August, we have a number of 8,040 returnees so far from almost the same countries. Of the approximately 119,000 returning citizens, only a small number of these people are using the PEST services, because the rest of them choose to have to start their own businesses and become entrepreneurs, and of course most of them are getting retirement. So there are some measures. One of them is an installation bonus up to 3,000 euros, which is given under certain conditions to the Romanian citizens who have exercised the right to free movement of workers within the European Union and the European Economic Area for a period of at least 36 months. So, yeah, this is the last one. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much to Dana and George. Let's check if we have other questions about the Romanian presentation, but I don't see any so far. I saw that there are a couple of questions for other speakers, so we can address them later in the final Q&A session. So we can have a short break. Let's have 10 minutes break. So we come back at 11:28 Central Europe Summer Time. So I asked the audience from home not to leave, and we will be back in 10 minutes. Also to the speakers, I ask not to leave the call, but stay here. So I'll see you back in 10 minutes. Thank you very much. All right, so we are back live with our speakers. We will start this final session with a few questions that we received from the audience and that were not answered. So the first question was directed to Marko Dobrosman from Estonia, and it was about the minimum and average salary. So what can you tell about minimum and average salary in your country?
Yes, thank you for the question. In this 2025 ongoing year, Estonia has the minimum salary 886 euros. This is gross salary. If we calculate to net salary, it should be around 810 euros. And the average salary, the last information, the last data from September this year, the average salary gross number was 2,126 euros, which is in net amount about 1,600 euros. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really thankful to one who noticed the uncertainty that happened on the graph. So first you see that the immigration to Slovenia is higher than emigration, but it means it means in total all the people who are coming and those who are going out. But on the next two paragraphs, I wanted to show there's uncertainty. I wanted to show that there are still more Slovenian citizens who are moving abroad, but those who are coming back are the number is growing, so it's coming to, we're gonna have a balance maybe in the future. So this was the uncertainty. I'm really thankful for that. Maybe it would be better to make two graphs, but now it is what it is. So there are two different topics about the total immigration and emigration and about Slovenian citizens.
Yes, first of all, I have to say that this bonus is available for all Romanian citizens, if they are returnees or not. And also a main reason to get this installation bonus is to be registered to PES. So a returnee Romanian citizen has to go to the PES that he belongs according with identity card, Romanian identity card, and to get registration there. And also this Romanian returnee citizen has to prove that he has a continuous stay for at least 3 years in another EU member state or European economical European area, and he wants to return to Romania, so he have to prove some facts. And this installation bonus is also called settlement bonus, and it's up to some conditions. For example, you have to, or the Romanian returnee citizen has to be taken up the unemployment. Employment must be taken up in some localities that are in the national mobility plan, and these localities are called disadvantages, or less developed, or less populated localities in the Romanian national level.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so we answered the questions that weren't answered during the presentations, so we can start the discussion. And to break the ice, I have a couple questions for you. And in the meantime, of course, I encourage also the audience to ask questions if you have in the comment section and in the link that I pinned in the again the comment section. So the first question that I would like to ask concerns the returnees. This is a point that every one of you highlighted in their presentation. So in a situation of labor shortages, does your country have active labor market policies to attract returnees? And in these, what role does EURES play? So I don't know who wants to answer first. So feel free.
Okay, if I may.
Sure.
Related with some specific programs from returnees from diaspora. Periodically we had in the past, and we want to have it also in the future, to have some meetings with diaspora in the countries where we have a large number of Romanian citizens, like Italy, Spain, or even if in UK, United Kingdom, it's not a EU country anymore, but in May 2023 we had a meeting, on-site meeting with some Romanian citizens, and we have some specific campaign to inform them what is the situation on Romanian labor market, about salaries, about measures applied to all Romanian citizens. And also we can organize online meetings supported by Romanian embassies in those countries that I mentioned. So this is the role of EURES, where we can interfere and to help with this kind of information.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for your answer. Any other speaker would like to answer to the question?
For example, me.
Sure.
In Slovakia, we don't have a dedicated labor market policy, especially targeting returnees. However, potential returnees can currently benefit from our national project that's so-called Together We Look for a Job 3. And as part of this initiative, EURES staff provide information and advice, including support for returnees. And also we have a Migration Information Center, which offers emergency return assistance to Slovak citizens, and EURES cooperate with them when needed. That's all that we could offer.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Any other answer to this?
I can add that Lithuanian Employment Service has the initiative maybe to Lithuania, and there is an international department that is responsible for that. They provide info about, again, labor market situation, employers, job vacancies for Lithuanians living abroad. And very soon, in a few days, 28th of October, they will have event. Lithuania is calling. It's interview with the with employers and representative from different sectors of employers will take part in this event, from defense and security, laser, biotechnologies. So that's the possibility for Lithuanians to contact employers directly. But that's not EURES task in that case.
Okay. Thank you very much. So wanted to add something from like the role of EURES in the return policies, in the support to returnees.
Yes, I would like to add, as I mentioned also in my presentation, we have a plan for working with diaspora. The plan is from 2024 up until 2026, but it mainly concentrates of regional remigration coordinators that I mentioned in my presentation, because their main task is to work with the diaspora and returnees to provide these personalized offers, consultations regarding coming back, integrating back in the municipality, finding doctors, housing, and so on. But also, EURES plays part in a return mobility process because we also support in different questions. As I mentioned, we organize different kind of events, mainly online, but also on site. We consult those returnees who come back and they want to get to know the situation in the Latvian labor market. They want to understand better family benefits, for example, or unemployment benefits, how to export them from the last employment country back to Latvia. So we also take part in the process, yes. And I would say that each year it's a bigger and bigger emphasis of on the return mobility in the work of State Employment Agency of Latvia.
Very interesting. Thank you, Renata. So, any other answer on the role of EURES in this return process?
EURES in Slovenia is somehow trying to give the information to people who are coming back, but maybe we should do more in the meaning of how to attract the people who are coming back, because the number is now high enough, but the number of those who are communicate with us is not so high. So maybe we could do something here to give them all the information they need, and so on. So maybe the rules could be even higher and better. Also about the support that can be achieved through the EURES and time mobility scheme and so on.
Thank you, Marco. So, any other answer to this question?
Yes, as I already told in my presentation, that the Integration Foundation in Estonia is working mostly with the returnees. So together with them, EURES Estonia provides information about the vacancies, relocation, and practical support, helping Estonians abroad reconnect with the local labor market and employers in need of skilled workers.
All right, thank you, Marco, for your answer. So, following this thread, so we've seen what EURES does for like supporting this with projects and so on. So, what's in your opinion like the main what are the main challenges that these returnees face in when coming back to your countries, and how you support them in this?
I think that in Lithuania, returnees are the largest group of our clients. We meet them daily. We had 3 EURES events that were dedicated for Lithuanians abroad, but that was in 2020, 21, and 22. Currently, we work only with the not with the like events, but just with those who are attending. And I think that when they live, for example, 5 or more years in another country, and then they return to Lithuania, they are not exactly the same persons, first of all. They have new skills, they have sometimes new qualifications. And the country itself, it's not the same country as they left. So really, sometimes they don't know what is the first step, what must be done later on. And again, as Renate said, that unemployment benefits, financial resources, how long it will take till they found the job. So the questions probably the same in all the countries about vacancies, about documents that prove their working history in another country, and so on. And the EURES Lithuania, we work with the documents U2 that allow to transfer unemployment benefits. So we can see exactly what countries are more popular for Lithuanians and so on.
All right, thank you. Really interesting to see that perspective. Anybody wants to add something to this?
Okay.
Sure.
No.
Let's start with Romania. Say. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes, what I can add is that we are aware that in Eastern Europe we cannot offer to the returnees the same wages like in Western Europe. We are aware, they are aware, but also a challenge I might consider is that they find it difficult to adapt to the new system they left behind in our country, for example, to adapt to the medical system, healthcare system, to benefits, or maybe even to the school system. So it's a challenge for them, like everywhere, I guess. But also we are in a continuing developing. We are developing now our days, and maybe it's a good thing, and it's a good reason for them to come back in the native countries. Yes, this could be a difficult, and even to adapt to the new culture of the native country.
Sure. Thank you for your perspective. So, Renate?
Yes, I wanted to say quite the same, like Loreta emphasized, and also Romanian colleagues, that from talking with the returnees, we often hear that it's even more difficult to come back than to leave to another country, because when you go abroad, you expect it to be different because the country is different, the language maybe is different, people are different. And when you come back, you have this cultural shock, because you think you come back to a place that you know so well, everything is so understandable, but you have changed in a way, you have new skills, new experiences, and you come back and the country has changed and your perception of it. Yeah, so this is very interesting to hear from returnees, and also the questions are very similar as to the colleagues that we consult about formalities, about these benefits, about pensions, what is happening with my pension if I come back to Latvia, or how to find housing, language learning opportunities. Lately, there are quite a lot returnees coming back from United Kingdom, at least to Latvia, and they have lived there for 14, 15, 16 years. They immigrated during the crisis in 2008, 2009, and they come back with their partners that are not Latvian citizens. They're coming back with their families, with the children, so they have concerns about the language. Not that many concerns about them finding a job than their partners finding a job, because they are not Latvian citizens. They don't have the language knowledge. So we help with consultations also in these matters.
All right, thank you. Really, very interesting. And we have a question now from the audience. Or partially it was already answered, but I will redirect it anyway. So the question is to all the countries. So do you provide information, meetings or workshop or any kind of leaflet to your citizens abroad about return mobility? The question is from Norway, and they say that they could facilitate the spreading this sort of information to those who are registered in the past. For example, EURES advisors in Norway have facilitated many online and on-site information meetings for Polish job seekers in cooperation with EURES Poland. So if you do this sort of workshop at national level, like for returnees, if you have this sort of activities, they can help you. So who of your countries does this sort of workshop or initiatives for returnees, like info days?
Yes, we did some webinars like this one for the returnees, and we tried to give them the informations about the labor market, about housing, about schools. But in national level, there's also on the ministry a special information point, for especially for Slovenians who are coming back, and they get the information about the legal nostrification of their citizenships and so on. So this is another level about the more legal level about how to acknowledge the Slovenian citizenship legal status. But EURES tried to give them the information about the labor market and practical informations.
All right, thank you, Marco.
Yes, we also have these online seminars for returnees. I also mentioned it in my presentation. It's called Wanting to Return to Latvia, with what to start. Information about these seminars, it's spread through media, through social networks. So those returnees who are following the situation maybe in Latvia or reading Latvian media, they can get to know about these seminars. And also we have monthly info days for registered job seekers in Latvia, and we always emphasize in case you have some relatives or family abroad and they are willing to come back, we are ready to help them with information. They can also sign for the online seminars, or they can sign up for an individual consultation. We also have these online broadcasts available on Facebook and YouTube platform of EURES Latvia, also about different topics that can be useful for returnees. And we, EURES team, and also these regional remigration coordinators, we go and attend on-site events also with diaspora. For example, last year I went to the biggest midsummer festival that is taking place in the United Kingdom, where almost 5,000 Latvians are gathering together that are living abroad to celebrate this midsummer festivity that is so traditional in Latvia. And we had a Latvian tent where we, in a fun way, to attract children, to tell them about Latvia, maybe to ask what they know about Latvia, and also to have some serious conversations with those who are thinking maybe of coming back. So we are attending both these national regional remigration coordinators, and also us EURES advisors, different kind of on-site events to tell about our services, about opportunities to come back.
Right. Thank you very much, and also thank you to the colleagues that are writing in the comments that you can that they can, of course, be as multipliers of these activities. So thank you to so Norway, also the Netherlands is willing to help you in this. So it's nice to see that the network reacts positively to these initiatives. So you know that you can contact them to multiply the message of these activities. So as we are heading to the end of the webinar, I would like, of course, to thank all the speakers for having presented your labor market situation and all the activities that you carry out in also in particular to the returnees. So return mobility, we have seen that is a big phenomenon in the Eastern Europe, so thank you very much for presenting today. I will remind to the audience that this webinar will be available after we close it. It will be available on YouTube here on this channel. And for any question, you can always contact us. And also now you have the contact details of our colleagues, of the speakers. So if you have any question about their programs, of course you can contact them. Before closing, I just remind you that we always evaluate our activities. So I will paste here just a link where you can evaluate the webinar. And I wish you all like a great day, and hope to see you in the next webinar. So thank you everyone, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.